Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Vlad from WritingLeagues.com, and I'm here with another piece of feedback on an open mic drop. This one actually being in our collaboration section. This one was posted by Rude, and it's titled Monster Squad. This is just going to do her verse here. One of the people is not on our website, so they wouldn't be able to hear or see feedback anyway. And we also have Baron X on the collab, although he's been sort of missing in action. I'm not sure he's active, so I thought it was kind of pointless to break down that part as well. So we're just going to focus on Rude's section here. And it looks like she's doing a part for Dracula in the Monster Squad. So let's get right into it. If Gilman's acting mischievous, he gets a waveless tank of prisms, with sonars pinging so loud even the Matrix breaks its rhythm. Frank is made in increments, but the most famous name that's given is the doctor that created him, thus a shameful naked vision. The Wolfman's howl is frivolous, the Yupa's day'll taint the system. I'll make him roll over on a bear trap and beg to stay in that position. Jack the Ripper was insolence. It was my fangs that ate the vixens. I used to roam the streets of London and strangulate the wicked. Hypnotize the innocents, pierced a vein and drank the liquid, dragged the vagabonds to my lair and exsanguinate my victim. Call me Batman in a sense, 'cause of the pain at stake inflicted. My life force is so moving, there's a change of state when bitten. The power felt is imminent, it's the strangest strain of sickness. The capillary thirst amongst the most heinous stage of symptoms. Prepare for the genesis, as my greatest reign to witness, straining Helsing on his arrival, since he came to slay afflicted. Bram branded me as villainous, in his pages blame was written. I bathed in blood that stained the mud, my ancient ways were twisted. Back when I was militant, enslavement swayed the vicious, so they named me the Impaler, 'cause of the sadist strays I lifted. Showing signs of vigilance, my changeless face has shifted, growing tired but never old of all this ageless grace I'm given. Now my story seen as synthesis, and my stasis wanes opinions, but you know legends never die, so I just fade away in distance. Damn. That's shit, just another another Rude piece with the flow. It was very technically sound, Rude. Very pronounced, simple seeming end rhymes. But I think you did it in a way, sort of how I do it, I believe, as well. Is that on first glance, it's just the very end word or few words are pronounced, but the way it's set up, I mean, it's probably usually like 4 to 7 syllables that are all synchronizing together to end the line or the bar. So it was super consistent. That's the technical. No complaints whatsoever. In terms of the story and the content, I think you nailed the Dracula that you were writing from and taking over. I think you had I know this was part of a collab, so I know you weren't just starting from scratch to build up a piece. But the way that you did it with that question at the start, if Gilman's acting mischievous, he gets a waveless tank of prisms. I think that was a good way to start that off, especially being the middle verse in this collab. I mean, I really have no complaints about this whatsoever. I think you did a very good job doing the Dracula. That sounds like a dance, but that'd be kind of weird. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, it was a good narrative all the way through. Such things as my life force is so moving, there's a change of state when bitten, the power felt is imminent, it's the strangest strain of sickness. I like the alliteration there. And yeah, that was just a good example of the descriptive narrative that you were portraying here. Another one here: I bathed in blood that stained the mud. My ancient ways were twisted. Back when I was militant, enslavement swayed the vicious. I mean, overall, I think you basically just nailed the point of view that you did. I especially liked the ending. I mean, there wasn't a whole lot of build up, rising action, climax, falling action, because of being the middle piece of this collaboration. But I mean, you still did sort of have it, in that, as I mentioned, the Gilmans acting mischievous, the question, and then it was all solid pace throughout. And the way you ended it: now my story's seen as synthesis, and my stasis wanes opinions, but you know legends never die, so I just fade away in distance. I think that was a great closing line. It was very finite, to end your piece with. Memorable as well. That's the one thing that I did get, especially from that last section. So yeah, I mean, no real complaints, which I probably should be getting tired of saying that with some of these pieces that I'm giving feedback for. But I mean, you and some of the others that I've dropped this audio feedback on, I mean, you've already established your own style, your way of writing, and you do it so well that, I mean, even if I were to critique something, it would probably be critiquing something from my own perspective, and it wouldn't necessarily apply to what you're doing. So I mean, again, another very nice piece. Again, good mixture of the rhythm and the pace, the descriptive wording, vocabulary, completely matched what you were saying and the wording. So again, overall, just a very well done piece. And that'll be it for me on this. I know this was a bit of an older piece, and so I apologize that it took a while for myself and even others to get to, but here we are. And yeah, I like the sort of when you take on the perspective of a character. I think you do really well with those. And in closing, I'd like to see some more of that character-based perspective writing. So that's all, and yeah, hope to see some more soon.